guys, good morning and welcome to What the Heck Do You Do, a weekly podcast where we highlight local business owners doing unique and unusual things. This week's show is brought to you by MaxiSpace, along with Rich Rhodes with New York Life. If you're interested in either coming on the show or being a sponsor, you can email me at rich.rhodes@gmail.com and we'll get you all set up. So I'm super excited to introduce this week's guest, Barbara Perry with MaxiSpace. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. It's good to see you.
Yes.
So Barbara and I met at Ignite You a couple months ago now, and I just got to learn a little bit more about her business, which honestly I didn't know exists, and so that's why this podcast is here. Whenever I meet people that are doing things that I'm not super familiar with, then I like to dive in and find out more. So with that, why don't you tell us what the heck do you do?
Well, first, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. But what I do is I work for MaxiSpace Storage and Business Solutions, and we help match business owners and families and individuals with different kinds of space. So any sort of space from mini storage all the way up to huge warehouse space and office space. And we also match them with doing good opportunities in the community.
Awesome. And I'm super excited to talk about those community opportunities, and we will definitely get to that. So maybe paint us a picture of sort of where is your space? Is it in one place? Is it spread out over a lot of different places? Help us maybe better understand where this space is.
Yeah, so MaxiSpace has 8 convenient locations in Pierce County. So we have space in Tacoma, we have space Puyallup, University Place. Those are kind of our main locations, but we are a local owned business. We're not a huge franchise. We are homegrown in the community.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about this earlier. When I hear MaxiSpace, I almost think I haven't heard of it, but it must be a franchise. It kind of has that feel. And when you go visit the office, which I've been there a few times, I mean, it's big, it's massive. Yeah. So maybe tell us a little bit about the story of who owns it and how it came to be.
Yeah, so I don't own MaxiSpace. I've been there for about almost 5 years. Bruce and Debbie Bodine own MaxiSpace. It's been in business for over 30 years. They live in Lakewood. They're very involved in it. That's the reason I love working there. But they just saw a need in the community and an opportunity, and we're different. We're not a huge franchise like most other storage facilities are.
Right.
And we're a lot more than just a storage facility, which I don't think a lot of people put together when they just see an ad or see something on Craigslist or on the website.
Okay. So if people need just simple basic storage, do you have small units? Like tell me about the different sizes just for basic, literally just storage.
Yeah. So basic storage is something like within the industry that we call like household storage or mini storage, self-storage, which we do have one location, which is off 112th Street near Woodland Avenue and Canyon Road in Puyallup.
Okay.
And we offer sizes there from a 4x4, which is like a small closet size storage that can just fit like Christmas decorations or something like that, all the way up to like 5,000 plus square feet of space.
Okay.
So we almost have space for anything possible.
Sure. And I think that's the storage space that most people picture. They picture the other big name companies like you're saying, and you pull up the door and there's room, right? So I know you've told me what are some of the more unique storage spaces that you guys have?
Yeah, so we do have typical mini storage and warehouse, which is you have the big roll-up door, you store your things, but we also offer office space. So small office space, large office space. We have parking spaces. We offer band rehearsal spaces. So if you are trying to do a podcast or you are a band and you need somewhere to rehearse or do any sort of voice recordings, we offer that kind of space. Almost any type of space. We have a conference room for rent. We have mailboxes for rent. So almost any type of space that you need, we can most likely accommodate you.
Okay. So what is the band space look like? Because again, my initial reaction when I hear storage is I picture like that warehouse style building. So it's hard to then picture like somebody coming in and doing band practice. So like where is that located or what does that look like just to help people better maybe visualize, what it looks like?
Yeah, so we have 2 locations out of our 8 locations that offer band rehearsal space. Our first is off South Tacoma Way and 74th Street in Tacoma. We have about in between 15 and 18 rooms over there. And it's pretty basic. It can be, our smaller rooms are around 160 square feet. It's just a room. So a 12.5 by 13.5 square box. It has sound insulation inside. It's carpeted. It has tons of different outlets for plugging all your, equipment in that you're going to need. And then we have about 4 or 5 over at our Meridian Avenue location, which is right off 147th and Meridian in Puyallup. So those are the 2 locations we offer those. And I mean, it's pretty basic. It's just like a room in your home with some sound insulation on the walls, and it's there for you to use.
Nice. You kind of like this room.
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
can't quite see all of this room, but
Yeah.
it is well insulated and has all the audio equipment. So kind of a similar style to this then, where everything you need's there and you just come and
exactly
plug in.
Yeah. And the great thing about Maxi Space and all of our locations is we're 24-hour access. So a lot of people, especially for our band room tenants and even our office tenants, is you can come and access your space anytime that's convenient for you. So a lot of people who are in a band work full time. So the normal access hours wouldn't work for them. So being able to go at 7, 8 o'clock at night and rehearse till 10 o'clock at night works for them. So that's why we like to be very convenient for the tenants and having access whenever is convenient for them.
I love it.
Yeah.
Have any of your tenants turned in a record deal yet?
Not that I know of, but we do have some very rockin' bands over there. Yeah, we have some really great people.
All right, we'll have to do a Maxi Space concert
Yeah,
and invite all the tenants to come and jam out.
Exactly.
So what is the, what's the intake process? So if this is resonating with somebody and they're thinking, hey, I need some space, what do you do to help them find what they need?
I mean, we have a lot of different outlets. We do have ads on Craigslist, but you can always email us, call us, visit our website, maxispace.com. We have a lot of photos. We have 360-degree views. If you're needing any sort of space, you basically just contact us. We like to ask a lot of questions to make sure you get the unit that's best fit for you and what your needs are. So whether it's location, the size of the unit, what the unit has to offer, we want to make sure we work for them. We want our tenants to feel at home and in the best space that works for them and what they use it for, because we have so many different types of businesses and individuals who use our space. We want them to be comfortable. So you just, call us. We do have an application process for rental. We like everyone to view the space. And we try to make it as seamless as possible. Okay.
All right. So just call up and say, I need space, and we'll go from there and start to figure it out.
Yep.
That's awesome. So pivoting now to the really fun part.
Yes.
What else do the Maxi Space owners do besides just Maxi Space?
Yeah. So like I said, I've been here for almost 5 years with Maxi Space. And one of the reasons that I was drawn to the company and have been here for so long is our number one core value is doing good and giving back in the community. So everyone who works for us and works with us, that's something that resonates with them. So we actually have a nonprofit. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization called Need a Break Services. And we help low-income single parents, elderly and widowed with small car repair, home repair. And then we also, something that's a lot different about us, our nonprofit compared to others, is we partner with other nonprofits. So we actually work a lot with other nonprofits in the area, like the Tacoma Rescue Mission. We work with Northwest Furniture Bank, My Sister's Pantry, and countless others. Those are just a few that we work with. But yeah, doing good and giving back is our culture. That's who we are, and what we want to be known for is helping our neighbors in need.
I love that. And I know I had the opportunity to attend one of your sessions. So what have been some of your favorite sort of Need a Break projects that you've seen so far?
Well, over 5 years, there's been a lot. But the one that you attended was our Good Neighbor Day, which happened back in May. And what that is we've only been doing it for, since I've been around, we've done it for about 3 years. And so there's a day or a week that we choose. And we do as many community service projects in that time frame as possible. So like what you attended, we helped an elderly woman who was having some issues with getting her yard together. And so we had, 30 people out there cutting grass, pulling weeds, spreading bark. And I think I like those the best just because you get to know the owner and you see it firsthand, the difference that you're making. You see it in her face. You see how excited she is that all these people that she has never met before is coming together to help her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely vouch for that. So yeah, we and you made it super easy. So in Ignite You, you had mentioned need a break, and here's what we do. And I said, sure, sign me up. You have my email address. Call me when you have a job, and if it works, it works. And I don't. Maybe it was a week later, and you threw out a date, and I said, well, let me check with Destiny, and I'll get back to you. And I did, and it worked out. And so we said, all right, we're in, and that was it. Here's the address. Show up, sign a waiver when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And even by just the time we got there was already people working, and this yard was in absolute disarray. I mean, there was tons of weeds, tons of pricker bushes that were overgrown, and just all kinds of stuff going on. I'm sure there were some spiders and other critters running around.
Oh, sure.
And yeah, everybody just put on some gloves and just got to work. And, nobody necessarily had assigned jobs, but everybody just sort of found their niche for what they wanted to work on. So some people were pulling weeds. Some people were, wheelbarrowing mulch, doing all these different things. And this yard it just totally transformed over the course of a couple hours. And it was super, super unbelievable to just watch it and just watch everybody work together. I know I got made fun of for towards the end there. So it was literally towards the end, and everybody was getting tired and wound down. And I didn't even, this is how bad the yard was. I didn't even see that there was a path that led from the front. There was a path from the front door to the front gate to the front steps to leave. But there was a path from the front door that then kind of went off to the right or the left when you're looking at the house to go to the back. And it was so overgrown that you literally didn't know it was there until almost the very end. And then I was like, oh, this is supposed to be a path. And it was about like 2.5 feet wide. And I was like, well, we have to uncover this, right? We can't be like, oh, we came to do all this stuff. And we literally just left this path uncovered. And I started to kind of just clear some stuff off of it and pull up some dirt and weeds and grass that had kind of overgrown. And then there was a big pile of dirt there. And so all of a sudden now I'm chasing down extra bricks and putting in a wall. And so a couple people gave me a hard time, oh, you're trying to be a perfectionist. I'm like, no, it's just, I started this and now we have this big mess on our hands. And so I just kept chipping away at it. And before it was done, it was a 2 or 3 story brick mini retaining wall. I have to stop by and see if it held up or not. But
right.
But yeah, no, it was a super awesome experience. I appreciate how easy you made it to just show up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's super critical because I think we all want to do good things. But how do you find it, right?
Yeah.
If you said, hey, Rich, go find something good to do in the community, I could give somebody on the street some money, I guess, but I wouldn't really know how to locate that. So I appreciate that you guys go out of your way to do the hard part so that a bunch of us can just show up ready, willing, and able.
Yeah.
So how do you go about sourcing those projects? Where do you find folks that need you?
Yeah. So Need a Break Services. We partner with other nonprofits, so they always can point people in our direction.
Okay.
We also work with, if you call 211, that's one of the main phone numbers within Pierce County that if you're needing help with anything, you can call, and they have all the different resources. But a lot of it is just us getting out into the community. A lot of people visit our website, but we also have a lot of community partners. So like I said, one of the things we do is small car repair. So we actually have a lot of automotive businesses in the area that actually donate their time or their labor or parts to help people. So, someone comes in, we do have an application process at Need a Break Services. They go through all of the application process, they get approved, and then we pay for the work to get done, or the business donates their time and money. So we go out, we want to help business. We want to make it easy, like you said. So people want and like to do business with other businesses that are doing good within the community. And so that's something that we are trying to help other businesses with, starting with our tenants, but also branching out to anyone else who wants to learn how to do more. Because it can get really stressful when you're a business owner and you're like, man, I want to get back to the community. I'm so busy. I don't have time to do the planning. I don't have time to send out emails. I don't have time to find volunteers. How do I find someone to donate 20 million pounds of bark to do someone's yard? Like, that's what we do. And
Right.
so to clear it up real fast is we have Maxi Space, and that's our business. And Need a Break is a nonprofit within our business. So we are all volunteers at Need a Break. We do not have any paid employees. Everyone who works with us is a volunteer. So we want to make it easy for people. So like you said, you come to us, you can either ask us, hey, can you help me learn how to do good within my business and opportunities for me? Or you just say, hey, I want to bring my team of people, sign me up, tell me where to be, and we'll show up and do it. So there's a ton of different ways you can help. You can volunteer like you did, show up to the events, you can donate money, you can partner with us. If you want to, we have like flooring companies that say, hey, I want to help do one project a year. But if we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 flooring companies that want to do one project a year, that can help 10 to 12 people in need a year. And so one small thing from a business in the big picture is a lot.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love that you guys are sort of that liaison that's making it easy. I have a buddy, Dave, and we talked about this, CSR, corporate social responsibility. And I think that's what you're hitting on is, that sense of whether it's combating climate by making your warehouse more efficient or it's giving back to the community. I think you're right that more and more people are sort of looking at the fabric of the company, not just the products they put out, but just who are they and what are they doing out in the community. So yeah, I think that's super awesome. So okay, so flooring companies putting in floors and doing some home repair, yard work. You've got, and does the I don't mean to say this, the car thing, does that project or that effort have a name?
No, so it's all under Need a Break Services.
It's all Need a Break, okay.
So the one thing with Need a Break Services is when it was founded, we were filling a need within the community. So there are so many great nonprofits within Pierce County that help people. But one of the things that they noticed is, hey, we need to help the people who kind of slip through the cracks a little bit. So, if there's a single mom, she's working, and she's trying to provide for her family, but then her radiator in her car goes out. There is no other nonprofit in our community that will help with vehicle repair. If she can't get to work and provide for her family, that could be detrimental to her physical health, mental health, her family. Where are they going to live? How are they going to eat? And so they can come to us. They go through the application process. They get approved. With vehicle repair for us, it is small car repair. So we can't, replace an engine for thousands and thousands of dollars. We are local, so we don't have millions of dollars in funds. But if she comes to us, we can help with up to $300 of a repair. And when you're in need and you're getting back on your feet, you're escaping homelessness or domestic violence or something, that $300 can save your life.
Yeah.
And so that's something that where it kind of started with. And then, we felt there's a need for, elderly or disabled with homes. They own a home, and there's a lot that goes into keeping your yard clean.
Sure.
Making sure your roof is clean and leaks and all that kind of stuff. And there's not a lot of help for that. And so that's the need that we're fulfilling within the community.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can you help a financial planner with New York Life with the cracked radiator by any chance? Because I just picked up mine this morning from Lakewood Transmission, and unfortunately an oil change turned into a cracked radiator.
Yeah.
maybe I needed to apply. So no, that's super awesome. So okay, so if you're watching this and you're that person, or if you're thinking of somebody who's just needs that little extra bump to be able to either get by or maybe get ahead, right? Then that's the type of folks that you want to send to the website, it sounds like? Or?
Yes. So the big thing with Need a Break is you just need a break. Something comes up. We don't help with rent payments or utility payments or anything like that. It's those unexpected things that come up. We're looking to give people a hand up, not a handout. We want to better your situation. We want to help you to be stable. But if you visit needabreak.org, it has all of the information about the nonprofit, how we started, the different projects we've done, and what things we have coming up. You can also apply online as well. So if you have access to a computer, a smartphone, visit needabreak.org, and it has everything you need right there.
Perfect. Speaking of upcoming events,
Mm-hmm.
I believe I get the weird feeling you have one coming up soon.
No, yes, we do, and it's something super exciting. So we do have an event coming up on December 15th that it's rapidly approaching. Crazy to think about that we're already halfway through November, and on December 15th we have this amazing event. So on December 15th we are hosting Operation Blessing.
Okay.
What that is we are helping 150 local families with gifts for the kids for the holidays and also food blessing bags. So we are working with Emergency Food Network.
Okay.
And so they are helping us get the food blessing bags together. So what families do is they can visit the needabreak.org website. They go through the application process, they get approved, and then the day of the event, which is at Skate World Tacoma, the families can come and pick out gifts for the kids. We'll have snacks. They can wrap them there. We'll have wrapping paper and tape and everything. And then they'll leave with at least one gift per child in their family, plus food for the holidays. So right now, we're in the planning stages. We are looking for sponsors, people who want to partner with us, people who want to donate toys, funds. That's where we're at in the process right now.
Okay. No, I mean, once again, that sounds awesome and amazing and much needed in the community, right? And I know there's lots of families out there where, like you said, even if it's just one present versus no presents, there's an infinite jump there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being a kid and I was fortunate enough to be able to have, 15 or 20 presents. But yeah, I mean, just to say sorry, nothing's coming this Christmas versus, a nice Christmas dinner and at least some sort of toy or present.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if somebody's looking to donate toys, where should they bring them?
Yeah, so we have a couple different drop-off locations. So let's rewind a little bit. So we have multiple people doing toy drives in the community. If you go onto the website, needabreak.org, and click on the Operation Blessing link, it will take you to all the different businesses in the area that are collecting toys. So they're doing toy drives for us. You can always drop off with them. But we also, for us, our main donation sites are our office, which is right off Steel Street and Highway 512. So you can drop them off at the Maxi Space office. You can also go to Skate World Tacoma, which is over by Tacoma Community College. They are a drop-off site. That's where the event is going to take place. And Figures, which is also next door to Skate World, that's a drop-off site as well. So if one of those don't work for you or you're not living in that area, just visit the website. We have people in Puyallup, Gig Harbor, and Tacoma that have toy drives going on, so you can always drop off with them as well.
Okay. So, so if you know where Steel Street and 512 is, great. If you know where Skate World is, great. Otherwise, jump on the website, find something that's close to you if you're just looking to drop off 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 toys, however many you're looking to. And I'm assuming all ages of toys, right?
0 to 18. So we're taking newborn stuff all the way up to 18. So anything helps. It does need to be a new toy, so we don't take anything used. We're trying to, give brand new toys to the families. But what's also kind of fun is we do have some businesses in the area that are kind of promoting the event by giving discounts. So we actually have a guy who I build sheds. And so what he's doing is for anyone who buys a shed from him through the end of the year, a portion of that is going to go towards Operation Blessing. Okay. We also have an insurance company who all referrals that they get in the month, or actually in the quarter, $5 goes to Operation Blessing. So even if you don't want to partner or you can't give a certain amount of money or you can't give toys, there's a way that your business can give back during the holiday season.
Awesome. Yeah. And once again, you guys provide multiple avenues for supporting and giving, and I think that's awesome because, like you said, not everybody's can afford to go out and buy $200 worth of toys, right? So I think again that's just great that you guys offer so many different choices.
Yeah. Or you can volunteer. So we are, we're going to need volunteers for the event. We have 150 families coming to pick out toys. So if you are looking to volunteer or your group wants to volunteer, visit the website, fill out the volunteer form, and come and join us and have fun.
So there you go. You can give your time, you can give your money, you can give gifts, toys that you have, maybe last year's Christmas toys that are brand new and hiding in a box somewhere. No, I'm kidding. Barbara, I think that's awesome, and that speaks to the passion of the owners of the company, their employees, and so I think that's just an amazing, unbelievable story. So yeah, so if you need space, you have this option in this area to go with a local company who has a lot of space for a lot of different needs and who also does all these amazing things in the community. So I think that's a pretty good offering.
Yeah.
And then, or if you're somebody who doesn't need space, who does want to do good in the community, and they're not entirely sure how to do that, then you guys make that as pretty much as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, I mean, it was literally like, tell me when there's an event, Barbara, and I got an email that said, here's when the event is. Like, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. And I just think that's super critical to getting people involved because...
Well, you want to make it easy, and there's so many great nonprofits out there to help with. They're all a great resource for people. It's amazing no matter what organization that you volunteer with or you spend your time with. But one of the things that drives my passion, especially for this nonprofit, is you're literally helping your neighbors in need. You're helping the people that go to the same grocery store as you. You're helping the people that go to the same church as you. You're helping the people walking down the street next to you who, you'd never guess they were in need, but they are. And so helping your neighbors is important, especially within such a small community that we have.
Sure.
It's needed. And honestly, as a volunteer, like, you're going to get so much more out of it than even the person who's receiving the help. Yeah. And I think that's something that you experienced when you came to help is, oh, hey, I'm going to come do some yard work and leave. But then you're there and you see the impact that you have, and you kept wanting to do more and do more and do more. And then now you're like, it's just so eye-opening that yard work, something that all of us are like, okay, yeah, let's do the yard work, but not everyone can do that. So it's those small things that you don't even think about is such a huge need.
Yeah, no, certainly more fulfilling than going onto a website and donating $50 to some cause, which is important too, right? Because those causes, they know what to do with the money to make an impact. But yeah, what a better feeling to then, know that you did help, and you get free lunch too. So, so if we haven't convinced you yet that you want to chip in and show some support around the holidays, there's typically some food available at the sites as well. So if that doesn't do it for you, then I don't know how to help. So anyway, thank you so much for coming on. This was awesome. I think this creates great exposure for MaxiSpace and help people know that there is a local option and there is some unique solutions out there when it comes to storage. And then again, just all the need to break stuff, I think, is just incredible, amazing. So thanks to you, thanks to them for everything that you guys do. So
yes.
And thank you guys all for tuning in this week. Next week, we've got Christina Hall with Life Plus. So we'll be looking forward to talking to her a little bit. And have a great rest of your week and keep chasing your dreams. Take care.